everyone, how's it going, and welcome to another episode of the Jamie Hughes News. My name as always is Jamie Hughes, and welcome to the first Jamie Hughes News of the decade. And boy, it is a big one. As move over the Snyder Cut, it looks like a whole new fandom initiative is kicking off this decade, because for the past few hours, release the JJ cut and release the Abrams cut have been trending on Twitter, and this comes from an article that was posted on Reddit that claims to have a source that worked on the Rise of Skywalker, and it's basically a list of all of the things that Disney intervened with and tried to change from the cut that was released and the one that JJ Abrams had envisioned. Now, as always, none of these kind of reports, rumours, and stories have been confirmed by anyone as yet, so take this all with a pinch of salt at this moment in time. But I'm going to run down a few of the big points that are mentioned in this article. Oh yeah, and also, by the way, there are probably going to be Rise of Skywalker spoilers in this video too, so if you haven't seen it yet, go away. So one of the first big ones that is mentioned on this list is to do with Finn and him being Force sensitive. This was teased in the movie, and the bit where they fall down through the quicksand. He says, "Rey, I want to tell you something," and it is rumoured that that was going to be that Finn was going to reveal that he is Force sensitive, and it was going to come to conclusion towards the climax of the movie when they are running on the Imperial Starfighter. They were going to get caught up in some way, shape or form, and Finn was going to use the Force to open the door. Now obviously that was nixed from the final cut in the movie, and it was actually BB-8 who just, used his little arm thing to open a door instead. The next point is that the runtime of the movie itself. Now, the theatrical release of The Rise of Skywalker is about 2 hours, 30 minutes or so, and it looks like this was heavily chopped down, because this report says that in November, the Abrams cut was clocking in at around 3 hours 2 minutes. So it looks like Disney have chopped away a good half an hour, if not more, of this movie. And the general consensus was, after seeing the premiere of The Rise of Skywalker, is that a lot of the cast and crew felt like this wasn't the Star Wars movie that they worked on. Another big point that was mentioned in this article was the fact that a lot of returning Star Wars actors and characters were supposed to appear in this movie. Now, the final sequence of this movie where Rey is using the lightsaber to fight off Emperor Palpatine's lightning. Now, in the theatrical cut of that scene, she hears a lot of different Jedi speaking to her and connecting with her, and what they had originally shot or envisioned for this was that they were going to have the Force ghost, basically, of all these past Jedi surrounding Rey and almost protecting her. Now, this meant we were going to get a lot of big returns. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor was going to reprise his role there. Sam Jackson was going to reprise his role as Mace Windu. And I think the biggest one for me is that they had shot scenes with Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, and he was set to appear alongside Rey and fight off Palpatine once again, which I think for me personally would have made for that mind-blowing ending we were promised in this film. Now, this article also mentions a lot of stuff personally about JJ Abrams, that he didn't really feel satisfied with the movie. Apparently he felt down, he felt threatened by Disney leading up to the premiere of this film, and it does go to reference and say that obviously Disney got into a bidding war with Warner Brothers over JJ Abrams' production company Bad Robot, and with Abrams going to Warner Brothers instead of them, they kind of took it out a little bit on Abrams with this movie and made him basically take a lot of stuff out. And as I've said, this article is chocked full of loads of facts and information. I've read through it a couple of times, and there's probably stuff that's bigger than what I've mentioned now that I've missed. So I will, as I said, leave that link down in the description for you guys to go and check it out yourself. But what do you think about this kind of story? Is it a story, or is it kind of just fan speculation online and we are creating something out of nothing? Or is there something in this? Have Disney kind of cut their nose off to spite their face, should we say? Have they sabotaged a movie that could have been so much more for the sake of a quick buck and to try and stop fan backlash, but in turn they've created more fan backlash than they probably would have ever imagined. Let me know all of your thoughts on this story down in those comments below. And if you did enjoy this video and you want to keep up to date with all the latest movie news and reviews, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the very next episode of the Jamie Hughes News. Ta-ra!